we just came into the beach club, and here's Cape May. They do breakfast and dinner. We ate here a couple years ago with the same people actually we're meeting tonight for dinner. And I'm not doing it very good. It's a little too high up for me and to pay attention to driving. It was good. Sunday night is shrimp night. So we enjoyed that. We went on a Sunday because I love me some fried shrimp. Thank you, Chuy. And the famous, is it Stormalong Bay?
How are you?
Hi, how are you? Good, thank you. It's a fun pool. When I stayed at the yacht club a while ago, we bobbed around. We have a little miniature lazy river that's kind of sweet. We're here a little early. Sorry if everything was a little on the dark side. I had the aperture changed, so it's not too bad. Just as we got here to Beach Supreme, not just, like what, maybe 5 minutes? We had a few minute wait. We were a little early. We were about 10 minutes early. We left Impressions de France, walked over here. It was about 10 till 2. Like I said, I snagged the 2 o'clock reservation. I think because it was just 2 of us, it was a little easier. It started pouring outside right as she called our names, so perfect timing. Finally, after all these years, getting the No Way José, and we're also, because it's just so yummy, frozen sunshine, and we're gonna share the 2. And I'm looking for your favorite waitress. Remember the woman who was from Mexico? Could be her day off, but I don't see her. There's some new faces in the staff, which is, you know, understandable. But it's busy. Even the counter is completely full. I'll show you around. And this little section right here to my right, there's a separate door from the outside. It is for takeaway. When I stayed at the yacht club, shh, don't tell anyone, I got a frozen sunshine every night and went back to my room. It's like a creamsicle. And they put whipped cream and little orange, those little like gummy orange slice, not gummy, I forget what they're called. The orange slices with the little sugar and they're squishy. So excited for ice cream. I'm glad we came here instead of, even though the guy at Via Napoli said they had a new gluten-free brownie that was really good.
I'm not a fan.
I know, you're not a chocolate fan, so quick, grab those ice creams. Steal them, steal them. That couple behind you, they're eating food.
And they have ice cream?
And they got a kitchen sink.
What is a kitchen sink?
That's what she jokingly said to us when we sat down.
It's a kitchen sink?
It's like 20 scoops of ice cream and like brownies and all this stuff. No, no, look this way. Yeah, there's a lot of stuff on it. Oh, she took the menu away. I'd have you read it.
No.
There's some place that does a petite version, but I don't remember where it is. Ready for ice cream. I wouldn't want to take it to go though. It's just so hot. It's going to melt so fast. Oh, there it is, mini kitchen sink. Okay, let me read it to you. Vanilla, chocolate, and strawberry ice cream, topped with pineapple, strawberry, hot fudge, peanut butter, whipped cream, Oreo cookies, chewy brownie, assortment of sprinkles and morsels and cherries. But the big one, like sometimes...
There's no calories in it.
No, because it's at Disney World. There's no calories anywhere. You know, for those of you who may not have been here, one of the really good things... Here. One of the things on the menu that I really like is they have a grilled cheese that comes with a small bowl of tomato bisque. It's really, really good. Dip that grilled cheese in the tomato. It's awesome. That's usually my go-to here. Years ago, like back up until like 2012, they used to make their hamburgers fresh here. And then I guess, you know, due to all sorts of, you know, upper management issues, they finally went with the typical Disney hamburger patty. But those homemade hamburger patties that were here were really, really good. And I'm trying to think if someone got, I think they used to have a pot roast. I don't know if it's still here. That's really good. I can't think off the top of my head if I've had anything other than those two things. Peaches and cream. How do you like the frozen sunshine? Aren't they good?
Yeah,
and I like the little, when you get an orange slice, you can't really see one. There it is. There's the orange slice. And, oh, Nirvana. All right. That was really good. We didn't finish it, but it was really good. You know, I guess because I'm such a mint girl that I loved it, because I love peanut butter, but I find myself thinking I may just have to, you know, stick with my tried and true mint chocolate chip with hot fudge. But I'm glad I did finally try it. And we have about half of the frozen sunshine left. You could ask her to put it in the to-go cup and maybe we'll sip on it. So what did you think of everything?
It was good. I love it.
I know you're not a huge peanut butter fan, but it was good. Chewy wasn't quite ready to go out in the heat yet. I don't blame him. So we found a seat here in the lobby of the beach club. There's the main entrance. This light fixture is really pretty. Beautiful flowers. And this is the direction that we came from. There's Cape May. And they're handing out towels to people who got caught in the rain. Nice. There's a captain. Well, I'm happy to say that the rain really cut the humidity. But that could also be because the sun is behind this big ginormous cloud. And here's a nice view of Boardwalk Resort for you. But look how nice the sky looks. We're approaching the International Gateway. See, you know, forever it's now ingrained into my head. We love you, spoonful of sugar.
It's actually very nice. The weather.
Yeah, it's, you know, fingers crossed it stays like this the rest of the evening. Because we're here through Illuminations. I don't know. We both kind of wishing, reflections of Earth, wishing we could go back for a nap. But our friends are on their way here. They're probably an hour away. We're gonna walk up to the front and get our magnets for annual pass holders and wait for our friends. And we do have a fast pass up front. We canceled the Crush one because there's no way we can get up there. Chewy's never seen Turtle Talk with Crush. And he keeps asking me, what is that again? The gondola house over here, but there's one of the support beams. Oh, that must be the Ratatouille ride. So this is what the station for the International Gateway will look like. And here's where all the connections are.
EPCOT, Disney River Resort,
That's new.
Disney Caribbean Beach Resort, then Disney Hollywood Studios, come back to Disney Art and Adventure Resort. Disney.
We've gotten different answers as to how many people it will hold. We hear 10, some say maybe more, and it appears, oops, sorry. One person said that there's not going to be any seating. It's all standing. So we'll see. Oh, look, the Haunted Mansion ghost. Okay, here I come. Watch out. Beep, beep. I'm so sleepy. Not that I had half a pizza. Well, I had half of an individual pizza. One piece of his shrimp scampi. That, you know, personally, for $15 to have just those 4 little tiny pieces of shrimp, no. If they had big shrimp, like more towards like the prawns, I would say go for it, but it wasn't worth the $15 at all.
Hey guys, the sign is still for the universal energy, it's still there. I'm gonna zoom a little bit so you guys can see it closer, but it's still there. It looks.
How they scrape all the stuff off.
But look at the stuff around it. They scrape it off completely. So, but the universal energy is still there. Cool, nice, huh? Hey.
We're in the Ghirardelli area of Food and Wine Pavilion. Look at that ode to the Poly.
Hey guys, this is from the Coco movie. It is really nice and pretty, and the details and everything is cool. It's made out of chocolate, Ghirardelli chocolate. And in the back, this even had the picture from the movie, which the father has this head's cut off on the picture, and they don't know who it was. And it's a long story, but it's a pretty story, and I really like it. So I hope you guys, if you get to see that movie, I hope you understand what we do in Day of the Dead in Mexico. So it's a great tradition for our country, and to remember the people that passed and they're gone from our life. Alright, see you guys.
When the doors to your flight open, please take a seat and store all carry-on items in the underseat compartment. This includes cameras, purses, hats, and of course, these little beauties.
One of the best pieces of music in EPCOT.
Today, we're learning to live with the land, discovering better ways to grow food that will assure both human and environmental well-being.
In farmlands across America, we're learning that by
Many of these, like papaya, bananas, cacao, coffee, and rice, are well known around the world.
Bougainvillea always makes me think of my
These
grandmother.
are just a
She
few of
loved
the
it
edible
so
plants
much.
that have been an important source of nutrition for people living in the tropics. Many are rich in vitamins and minerals, while others are well adapted to growing in less than ideal conditions.
Why is it opening? Tink, why is it opening? event tonight. Sparkly floor, sparkly floor. Go up there and dance on it.
No.
Come on.
What do you want me to dance?
Just get on the sparkly stuff. Shake it, baby, shake it. Oh, come on. There you go. All right, do the floss. Huh? Do the floss. Oh, we had a lovely time with our friends. We went back to Via Napoli. I'll tell you quickly about it. And I was really not very happy with our server. We were there like 10 minutes. He still hadn't approached us. Usually they're right up there. Oh, I see you have an allergy. Let me get a manager. Nothing. And in the back of my mind, I'm like, you know, your tip is getting smaller. But then after about 15 minutes, I realized what was happening. They sat him about between 8 and 12 tables within 10 minutes of each other. And he was doing everything he could just to keep the orders going in. And his assistant was helping. Chuy, I'm gonna go right over here. I'll let you stare at Spaceship Earth. Let me hold, stop. Wow. There we go. This is better to look at. So he had no time to come and say. He did finally stop after about half an hour and said, like, is everything okay? My pasta dish came and was barely warm, and you could see it had been sitting in the window a while because the top of it was all dry. So they brought me a new one right away. But we all, and he actually did explain this because we ordered all different types of food. There was a salad, there was a pasta, there was a pizza. And he explained to us that things would come at different times. So we were like, that's okay. But I was just like, oh man. He's just, you know, no one's following up for more drink orders or anything like that. And then I noticed him talking to a manager, and I could tell by what he was saying. He showed, we were in that new back, well, not the new back room, but the remodeled back room that I showed you guys with all the carpeting. He had one half of that section. The remaining section had 2 servers working it. So the guy was obviously overwhelmed, but the manager, when he was done, the server was done talking to him, just kind of turned and walked away, and I felt really, really bad for him. So at the end of our meal, a different manager came by and asked how everything was, and I just very quickly said what had happened. I was really disappointed with the way our server was. But I want you to know that if he gets any complaints to management about him, you really can't fault him. He was doing the best he could. He really needed a manager to step in and help him. He was completely overwhelmed. And I said, props need to be given for his assistant, Alice. She was doing a remarkable job. She was basically our server. Yeah, so I felt, and then I went up to the server at the end and I said, I just wanted to tell you what I told management. That you were doing the best you could. You really could have used help. But you were not able to have any sort of rapport with your tables because it was all you could do to keep the orders going in to the computer system. So it ended up on a nice note. But so, you know, I'm telling this story so that, you know, if you are having a really horrible service at a restaurant, not even at Disney World, but anywhere, take a moment to look around and see what's happening. The instances that whenever it's happened to me, there's always been a case where a manager could have stepped in and helped and would alleviated 90% of the problems. And it makes me sad that it hasn't happened in these cases. So, you know, that's one thing that Chuy always is really good at. He used to be a server for years and years and years. He knows how it is. And as a manager, he's the first one to jump in and help. And, you know, I think maybe a lot of servers are afraid to ask for help because the management might feel, excuse me, tickle in my throat, that, you know, like, oh, he can't handle it. But how, you know, a typical server is supposed to have 5 stations, or I mean 5, you know, tables. How can you expect someone to give really good service when you've got 10 or at one point he had 12 tables and then it kind of went up and down, but 8 tables were sat within 10 minutes of each other. I think I might have said my numbers wrong earlier. So yeah, I just, you know, me being pissed off at him at the beginning turned to feeling sorry for him that he wasn't getting supported. But anyway, we had a good meal. We had a wonderful time talking with our friends. And before we knew it, it was time to come up and watch illuminations. And it was a good day. Once the storm came this afternoon, the weather's been absolutely beautiful this evening. And we're still continuing since we got here on Monday. There's been a lovely breeze. A lovely breeze, so yeah. Isn't the lighting on Spaceship Earth really, really lovely? Look at all the little nuances. It's nice. Well, we're trying to figure out a way to get us and Spaceship Earth in without looking wacky, but we just wanted to say goodnight from EPCOT, and thanks for coming along. We'll see you tomorrow.
Ko-osh.
Ko-osh.